Coming, Mother.
Good morning, Grandpa. Happy birthday. I remember when we went up to Kevin and I saw you like Cheerios and I like Cheerios, so we ate them together for breakfast. I remember when you put money in our cards. It makes me happy and joy and happy birthday.
Oh, hello, Grandpa. Jason here. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Admiring some of this really fine woodwork in here, which is one of the memories I have about you. I remember when you came and helped deliver all of this fine woodworking and helped install it. It left such an impression on me that later in life, after I finished my missionary service, I installed kitchens for a living and did pretty good at it. Something I've enjoyed, and I've done that in each one of the houses I've lived in. Thank you for that memory and for that knowledge and skill. I always admire fine woodwork now, thanks to you. I always loved our trips that we had as a kid up in Loa, Utah, going and spending summers there. Fond memories of riding sheep at our Potter family reunion and getting bucked around. Also thinking back on some of those days of running around the ranch, moving pipe with you, learning about alfalfa and the cattle. What an experience. I remember a cow that we loved named Curly. Fun animal there. Other things too that my family and I all cherish is it's kind of unique how you were the halfway point between Idaho, which we found ourselves traveling up to frequently, and one of the favorite stops along the way was St. George. In fact, as we would return home, we'd ask the kids, what did you like most about our trip? And many times it was visiting Grandpa Potter in St. George and Grandma Vivian. You guys are such great hosts, and we've always enjoyed our moments of fun that we've shared together, whether it be bubbles, doing bubbles on the patio, or I can also think about times where we shared experiences of going out around St. George, seeing the lights and experiencing the various things that were happening around the city, the splash pad and park, and other things that the kids just love and adore and will always cherish. Another thing I always pulled away from those trips were memories about my roots, stories that were personalized from you, whether they were Cuervavero, the Potter line, or some of the indexing that you've done and the service you've given, spent countless hours in preparing names for temple work and indexing those names. You've inspired that work within my own life and trying to be a savior on Mount Zion. Another thing that we walked away from one of our trips with was a nativity that our family loves, and we set up each Christmas thinking about you guys as we set up and play out and reenact all of the different roles of that nativity scene. Grandpa, we sure love you. We love the impressions you've left on us. One thing I always learned from you is to do the best at whatever you're doing. And I think about those words whenever I'm learning new skills that I want to master and become good at. I want to become the best. Like Grandpa Potter, you're a true example to me at becoming something great. And I thank you for that. I am grateful to you for the example of faith, the encouraging words you've given, and the love you shared. Hope your birthday is the best, and looking forward to many more. Bye, Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa Potter. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you so much for welcoming me into your family and loving me. We are so happy that you've made it to 93. We wish you the happiest of birthdays. Love you.
For God to love the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
Jesus walked upon the water. He stilled the storm and calmed the angry sea. With his hands he healed the leper.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. So one of my first memories of meeting you was Thanksgiving. So when I first married into the Potter family, I heard quite a bit of buzz about Thanksgiving up in St. George. And so I actually got to experience one. We took up the boys, so 3 extra grandsons, plus Edwin and I, and you guys welcomed us in and had a beautiful home. We loved visiting and staying with you guys. And then it was just a huge celebration all weekend long. Food, lots of food, more food, and shopping and exploring. It was what everyone said it was, and we had a great time. And after that, we had many more visits up to see you guys and to exploring more of St. George. So I have a lot of great memories coming up to see you, and just hope that you are having a great birthday month celebration, and love you.
Hello, hello. This is a message for DP from DC. Been really just blown away by all the fun memories so far that I got to see already. Got a sneak peek on some of them. So it's pretty neat to think about all you've done for so many, Grandpa Potter. And I think, some memories that kind of come up for me is just thinking about, honestly, probably the first time I met you. I think that was a really meaningful trip for me. Not only to, drive up with Ed and Linda and Tina and kind of get to know all of them better, and just I guess kind of realize how awesome they were, and then to meet you and Grandma Vivian, and just how much fun we had there. And then, of course, the fact that I got to go up with Cliff and the plane, it just was a really, really fun time, really meaningful to me. And just how supportive you were. And I think, just thinking about other memories that have come up would be that, I've always had your support and your confidence in me, even when I doubted myself and my own abilities, or to be able to accomplish things like getting through parts of med school. And there are always these moments that Tina and I think back on. I think one in particular was, I don't remember at what stage we were in, but it was just a rough time. I think I might have been studying for boards or had some kind of tricky rotation or exam or something coming up. But I remember us just getting a letter in the mail from you guys with a check, and it's specifically saying that we should use the money to have a babysitter for going to the temple. And I think, as much as there's the confidence you have in me too, and the support, but also pointing us to the Savior and to things like going to the temple, has been really meaningful and really touching, and has lifted us when we weren't there with you per se physically, but and we were kind of separated from the family too, just physically as well, which had its own challenges. And so kind of helping us, remind us of the importance of the temple and of those covenants. And I think drawing on that power really did sustain us and help us. So been a great example to me of just love, support, confidence, trusting in family, and trying to be there when people need you. So I just really appreciate it, and happy birthday to you. Really glad I was able to be a part of the thing here, getting the videos and everything together. It was a lot of fun. So know that you are so loved. And that's DC signing out. Have a good day, DP.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. Wow, 93. You are getting closer and closer to that century mark. We're excited, and sorry we couldn't be there to celebrate with you in person, but we hope you've enjoyed some of this footage. Definitely appreciate your influence in my life as I reflect back to a few of the summers that we would spend up in Loa for a stint of time during summer break. I recall one specific summer, I came back home to Phoenix, and the impressions that I had up there on my time on the ranch house impacted me. In fact, my family will still tell you that summer, I found my true identity as a Potter cowboy, and even adorned cowboy garb for a few days. I was a city slicker, but it hit close to home. I appreciate the influence and what you instilled in us as well at that age. Specifically, one night, after a long day of exploring, we sat down to watch a movie there at the TV. We heard a grumbling coming from your chair, and I was a little surprised because Grandma had a very specific rule. Around her, no fighting, no food, no farts. We wondered after we heard the grumbling, did Grandpa pass gas? And we all looked at you pretty startled. Without hesitation, you looked back down at us and said, "It wasn't me, it was Bingo." Rest his soul, that Bingo. You've always been so welcoming to myself, my family, to Charlotte and the boys. We've made several trips up to see you, and you've so graciously shared your space with us, and we've been able to go out and see the countryside around you, from exploring Zion National Park to mountain biking to going to Snow Canyon. We appreciate your willingness to share your home and always make us feel a part and connected. Specifically too, there's a fun tradition where you and Grandma would provide funds for us for Black Friday festivities. We've tried in our home to find meaning on a gift from those. And a couple years ago, we were able to get this temple print of the Gilbert Temple. And it sits in our house, but the funds that you donated for that went towards this gift. Another year, we purchased this Greg Olson signature piece of Jesus Christ with the birds. They remind me of you, and we're appreciative of that. We also purchased Apple TV several years ago, where we're able to pull up pictures on our screen here and enjoy photos and sharing things from our media piece. Thank you, Grandpa, for your influence, for your love, for your example. It's great to have your name in my name as well, and we carried that on even with little Win. So we love you. We're grateful for you. We hope you have a wonderful year. Look forward to hitting that 100 mark.
Grandpa, hello, and happy birthday, young man. This is your grandson, Jared, coming at you from the Potter cabin up in Payson, Arizona. And Grandpa, I'm here to wish you the happiest birthday, and also, most importantly, to tell you just how much I love you. You know, Grandpa, this has been really special and meaningful for all of us to compile these memories that we share with you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being involved in our lives and for taking an interest so that we have these memories, not only to share, but to hold close to our hearts and to remember for our lifetime. Thank you. Now, as I think back to some of the memories that we've shared together, and there's been many, I can't help but think of the trips we took up to be with you and Vivian over the Thanksgiving holidays. They were a blast. We would eat great food. We would go shopping. We would watch the dog show, which I still do to this day in your honor. But what stands out the most about those trips to me is how you and Vivian would make it a point to take Johnny and I to the skate park in St. George. You wouldn't just drop us off or merely wait in the car. No, Grandpa, you and Vivian would come into the park and you would sit on the bench and cheer us on as we attempted various tricks, going up ramps and sliding on rails. And there was my grandpa and my grandma to high-five me and to cheer me on. Thank you for taking an interest, for being involved. Even though I know there were times we nearly gave you guys heart attacks. It may be in part, Grandpa, why to this day I still skateboard. Although these days, when I fall hard. I'm not as buoyant as I once was. Another fantastic memory that I recall, Grandpa, is when we went to visit Loa, Utah for the Potter family reunion. It was very enriching to see our lineage, to see your roots, to learn where you are from. And also, that was the first place I got to ride a horse. I remember being pretty nervous about it, but you were right there with me to coach me, to guide me, and to ease my fears. The horse that I rode, his name was Eli, and he had one eye. And I recall you saying that that was a good thing because he likely wouldn't get spooked on the trail. And sure enough, old Eli got me back in one piece. Grandpa, the last thing I want to thank you for is for you and Vivian providing the funds for my mission experience. What a great gift. My mission was pivotal and transformative. And to this day, I still think back with fondness and attribute a lot of who I am to my mission. And I'm still blessed. Thank you for that experience. I've been back many times to Chicago to visit. The last time I got to go was several months ago. I went with my folks, and we got to walk the streets. We ate the Chicago food. They got to meet some of the people that I taught, and that the Savior was able to work with them in transforming their lives. Thank you for being an example of pointing and leading to the Savior. We love you, Grandpa. We honor you, and we wish you the happiest birthday.
Grandpa, boy, do I got some words for you. Happy birthday, first off. And even more so, thank you for teaching me that it's okay to be a man and still smell the roses. Grandpa, you've really defined and helped me discover what manhood is. And I think it really all started and based on one major event in my life, the blue Datsun truck. You let me drive that. I've never driven stick before. And you were definitely a lot more believing in me than I was myself. I had my doubts going into the whole thing, and the tires you said needed rotating, whatever that meant. I didn't know, but at the time. But yeah, you allowed me to drive a truck, and I feel like ever since then, the spirit has just been growing like crazy. It won't stop. So I got my own truck of myself, and been driving that thing nonstop. It's not stick, but you really helped me gain a lot of the courage and just the mobility to be able to do that. You were definitely a good coach, even though it took all of 4 minutes, but best class ever. I also really appreciated you guys supporting all of our passions, our hobbies. Anything we were invested in, you guys were just as invested. I still have the welder. I use that daily. That's helped me create and make more jobs available, and it's just been such a great instrument for me. Also, skateboarding. Jared and I loved going to the St. George skate park there. We had so many good memories, and I feel like we really developed as teenagers in St. George. We would drive somebody up the hill, pulling somebody on a skateboard, and that was just so much fun. You guys allowed us to do so much, and really appreciated that growing up, and still do. You guys really expanded our horizons anytime we could express and share those moments with you guys. Really appreciate that. Love you guys. It's for you, Grandpa. Grandpa, right here on this very soil lays claim to countless years of childhood memories that were simply just the best time of my life. Right here was a huge peach tree that we had. Could have been apricot, it might have been a hybrid. It's hard to tell still. But anyway, man, you came down after installing the cabinets with all these cool tools. We had some leftover lumber, and you and my dad looked at this tree and thought, we could make these kids a tree house. What did you say? And I remember thinking, please do, please. So you guys cut a few limbs off, and man, that was so cool watching you guys work together as a team, and you guys kind of just shimmied the tree to where it would structurally support all of us. We have a picture somewhere with all of us in that tree house, and we had a slide. But I used to love going in that tree house after school almost every day and sliding down that slide. Really built some fun memories. You were so handy, so good with tools. I've definitely tried to be the man that you taught us to be, and I really appreciate the hard work that you gave and dedicated so much of yourself to building such a cool experience and neat one for us. Because yeah, the tree might not be here anymore, but those memories are, and I know exactly where this is. So thank you. Happy birthday. Mwah.
There are times when you might feel aimless and can't see the places where you belong, but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along, and when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. And you will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their hearts. It's so amazing what we're all creating. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening, and pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part.